Number system is our first unit of this term. We have studied about decimal numbers in the previous term. Children, now let us recall what is decimal number and the representation of decimal number. What is a decimal? In algebra, a decimal number can be defined as the number whose whole number part and the fractional part is separated by a decimal point. The dot in a decimal number is called a decimal point. The digits following the decimal point show a value smaller than 1. Now, see the decimal number. We know that here the dot is known as decimal point. The part before the decimal point is known as whole part, integral part. And the part after the decimal point is known as fractional part or decimal part. Now, here in the whole part, the first digit starts from ones, tens, hundreds, thousands and so on. And in the decimal part, the first digit can be read as tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s and so on. Now, let us see rounding of decimals. Rounding decimals to the nearest whole number. We look at the first decimal place. If it is 0, 1, 2, 3 or 4, that is less than 5, we just throw all the decimal digits away. If it is 5, 6, 7, 8 or 9, which are equal to 5 or greater than 5, we throw all the decimal digits away and we increase the units by 1. That is, for example, identify the unit digits. So here 6, which is in the integral part or whole part. Here we need to round off the whole. Now work out the next unit term. So that is our next step. We have to look after the first digit after the underlined digit. Here 6 is underlined because it is to be rounded, and 4, the digit right to 6 have to be noticed. That here we have to see whether the number after the underlined digit is less than 5 or greater than 5. If it is less than 5, we have to write down the previous number, that is underlined number, as it is. Okay, remains same. If it is greater than 5, we have to write down the underlined digit by adding 1. That is 7. Here, children, in this decimal number, 4 is given. Thus, here the number 4, which is less than 5, then the underlined digit remains the same. Thus, 6.42 rounded to the nearest whole number 6. Round to the nearest tens. Here, the first step, underline the numerical in the place value that you are rounding to. Look at the numeral to the right of the underlined numeral. If it is a 5 or larger, round the underlined numeral up. If it is a 4 or lower, leave the underlined numeral as is, which remains the same. Change every numeral to the right of the underlined numeral to a 0. That is, children, remember these steps to round a decimal. That is, the first step is First, underline the digit that is to be rounded. Then look at the digit to the right of the underlined digit. If that digit is less than 5, then the underlined digit remains the same. If that digit is greater than or equal to 5, add 1 to the underlined digit. After rounding off, ignore all the digits after the underlined digit. Then remember all these steps to round a decimal. Now, decimal number on the number line. On a decimal number line involving tens, there are 10 evenly spaced segments to represent each consecutive next to next tens. The decimal digit increase until we reach the next whole number. So, children, here the decimal digits are divided into 10 equal parts. So, from 0 to 1. So, the next decimal digit of 0 is 0.1, and then 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7, 0.8, 0.9. After the decimal digit 0.9, we get the whole number 1. So, between 0 and 1, we have divided the numbers into 10 equal parts. Okay, 10 evenly spaced segments. And here we get each decimal numbers which are involving tens. We can again divide 0 and 0.1 within 0 and 0.1 into 10 equal parts for 100th place. Now children, let us see example problems. Example 1.1. Round 2.367 to the nearest whole number. So children, we know that how to round a decimal. So there are 4 steps to follow. The first one is, first underline the digit has to be rounded. Then look at the digit to the right of the underlined digit. If that digit is less than 5, then the underlined digit remains the same. If that digit is greater than or equal to 5, add 1 to the underlined digit. After rounding off, ignore all the digits after the underlined digit. So, students, here these are the steps to follow how to round a decimal. So, here let us first underline the digit to be rounded. Here 2 is to be rounded. So, underline the digit and see whether the first digit, whether the 10th place digit is less than 5 or not. Here, S, the 10th place digit is 3, which is less than 5. The underlined digit 2 remains the same because it is less than 5. Okay, and also look at the number line shown below. Here 2.0, 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, 2.4, 2.5, 2.6, 2.7, 2.8, 2.9. After the decimal number 2.9, here we having 3. So, on the number line, we observe that 2.3 is closer to 2.0 than 3.0, isn't it? Yes. Hence, the rounded value of 2.367 to the nearest whole number is 2. Children, do you understood? So, once again, I'll repeat it. So, children, see the problem. Okay, here in this example, we have to round the decimal number to the nearest whole number. First, as a first step, underline the digit that is to be rounded, and then look at the digit to the right of the underlined digit. Here 3 is the digit which is right of the underlined digit, and see whether the digit is less than 5 or not. Yes, here underlined digit, the digit next to the underlined digit is 3, which is less than 5. So what is the next step? Yes, the underlined digit remains the same because 3 is less than 5. And then what is the next step? After rounding off, ignore all the digits after the underlined digits. So we are leaving all these digits. So 2 is the answer. So 2.367 round to the nearest whole number gives 2. Now we are going to see exercise 1.1. Exercise 1.1. Round each of the following decimals to the nearest whole number. So children, here as a first step, underline the digit that is to be rounded. Okay. So here we are going to round off the digit 8, which is in the whole part. So first step, underlining the digit to be rounded. Here 8, underline the digit 8.71, and then look at the digit to the right of the underlined digit. So right side, which means that this side. So here which digit is in the right of 8? Yes, it is 7. And as our next step, find whether the number is less than 5 or greater than 5 or equal to 5. Here 7 is greater than 5. So if it is greater than 5, what we have to do? Yes, we have to add 1 to the underlined digit. So the answer will be 9. Write down, since the digit next to the underlined digit is 7, which is greater than 5. So if it is greater than 5, we have to add 1 to the underlined digit. So here the nearest whole number 8.71 rounds to is 9. Children, now let us see 103.72. So here we are going to round off the whole digit. So first underline the digit to be rounded, and here see the next digit, that is, look at the digit to the right of the underlined digit. Here the digit which is right to the underlined digit is 7, and check whether it is less than 5 or greater than 5. Here 7 is greater than 5. So what we have to do? Yes, we have to add 1 to the underlined digit. So the answer will be 104. Write down, since the digit next to the underlined digit 7, which is greater than 5, we add 1 to the underlined digit. Hence the nearest whole number 103.72 rounds to is 104. Now see the decimal number 39.814. So here round the decimal number to the nearest whole number. So first step, we have to underline the digit to be rounded. So here 9 is to be rounded. So 39.814, underline the digit 9. And after that, as our next step, look at the digit to the right of the underlined digit. Here 8 is the digit which is right to the underlined digit, and 8. Check whether 8 is greater than 5 or less than 5. Yes, it is greater than 5. If it is greater than 5, add 1 to the underlined digit. So 9 plus 1 gives 10. So here 39 becomes 40. When we draw number line for this, we can observe that 39.814 is closer to 40. Okay, 40 than 30. So the answer will be 40. Children, the second problem, round each decimal number to the given place value. So children, it is very simple. So the same steps has to be followed. Here first see the decimal number 5.992, and here we are going to round off the decimal number to 10th place. 10th place. Here we know that this is a decimal point and the part before the decimal point is whole part, and the part after the decimal point is said to be fractional part or decimal part. Here 10th place, which represents the first digit after the decimal point, isn't it? 10th, 100th, 1000th. So here 9. So 9 is the digit which is in the 10th place of this decimal number. So as of a first step, underlining the digit to be rounded. So that is 5.992. Underline the digit which is in the 10th place. And here as our next step, we have to look at the digit to the right of the underlined digit. So which number is in the right of the underlined digit? 5 or 9? Yes, it is 9. So 9 is the digit which is in the right of the underlined digit. And as our next step, we have to check whether the digit is less than 5 or greater than 5. Here 9 is the greater than 5. Since the digit next to underlined digit is 9, which is greater than 5. So if it is greater than 5, what we have to do? Yes, we have to add the 1 to the underlined digit. We have to add 1 to the underlined digit. So here already 9 is there. So when we add 9 with 1, what we get? Yes, it is 10. So it becomes 0 and 1 goes to the whole part. So already 5 is there. So 5 plus 1 is 6. The rounded number is 6.0. Children, when we draw number line and mark the decimal point in the number line, we observe that 5.992 is closer to 6 than 5. Okay, so the answer is 6. 35.0014 to 1000th place. So now underline the digit to be rounded. So here this is a whole part and decimal point. After the decimal point, the part is said to be decimal part or fractional part. And here 10th, 100th, 1000th. So which digit is in the 1000th place? 1. So underline the digit 1. Okay, underlining the digit to be rounded 35.0014. So underline the digit 1, which is to be rounded. So since the digit to be rounded 35.0014, we have to see the next digit, that is the right digit of the underlined digit. So here the right digit of the underlined digit 1 is 4. So as our next step, what we have to do? We have to check whether the number rounded after the underlined digit is less than 5 or greater than 5. Here 4 is there. So 4 is less than 5. So the underlined digit remains the same. If it is greater than 5, we have to add 1 to the underlined digit. So here 4 is less than 5. So the underlined digit remains the same. Hence the rounded number is 35.001. Problem. Round the following decimal numbers up to 1 places of decimal. 19.99. First, rounding 19.99 up to 1 places of decimal means round to the nearest tens place. Okay, up to 1's places, it means that rounds to the nearest 10th place. As our first step, underlining the digit in the 10th place of 19.99 decimal number gives 19.99. Here it is 9 is the underlined digit. Since the digit next to the 10th place value is 9. So children, look at the digit to the right of the underlined digit. If that digit is less than 5, then the underlined digit remains the same. If that digit is greater than or equal to 5, add 1 to the underlined digit. Here, what about the right digit after the underlined digit? Yes, it is greater than 5. So, children, what we have to do? Yes, add 1 to the underlined digit. So, since the digit next to the 10th place value is 9, which is greater than 5, we add 1 to the underlined digit. So, to get 20. So, that is, children, if we add 1 to the next number, which means that 19 plus 1, which gives 20. Hence, the rounded value of 19.99 up to 1 places of decimal is 20.0. So, remember in this problem, up to 1 places, which means that round to the nearest 10th. 910.546. It is a decimal number. Here, rounding 910.546 up to 1 places of decimal. 1 places of decimal means after the decimal point in the decimal part, the first digit. Okay, that is round to the nearest 10th place. Underlining as our first step, underlining the digit in the 10th place of 910.546 gives 910.546. Since after our first step, then look at the digit to the right of the underlined digit. If that digit is less than 5, then the underlined digit remains the same. Here, what about the next right digit after the underlined digit? Here it is 4, which is less than 5. So, we have to write down the underlined digit as it is. The underlined digit remains the same. Since the digit next to the 10th place value is 4, which is less than 5, the underlined digit remains the same. Hence, the rounded value of 910.546 up to 1 places of decimal is 910.5. So, leave 4 and 6 because as our last step after rounding off, we have to ignore all the digits after the underlined digits. Fourth problem. Round the following decimal numbers up to 2 places of decimal. Children, listen carefully. Up to 1 places of decimal means that round to the nearest tens. Round to the nearest tens value. Here, in the problem, it's asked that up to 2 places of decimal. So, after the decimal point in the decimal part, 2 places of decimal, which means that rounded to the nearest 100th place. Nearest 100th place. 87.755. Here, we need to round to the nearest 100th place. Here, which digit is in the 100th place? Yes, it is 5. So, underline the digit 5. Children, rounding 87.755 up to 2 places of decimal means round to the nearest 100th place. First step, as our first step, underlining the digit in the 100th place of 87.855. So, underline the digit 5. Since, as our next step, what we have to do? Look at the digit to the right of the underlined digit. So, here 5 is the underlined digit which is in the 100th place. Here we have to look at the digit, right digit after the underlined digit. Here it is 5. What about 5? Yes, it is less than 5 or greater than 5? It is equal to 5. So, what we have to do? We have to add 1 to the underlying digit. Since the digit next to the 100th place value is 5, we add 1 to the underlying digit. So, if it is equal to 5 or greater than 5, we have to add 1 to the underlying digit. Hence, the rounded value of 87.755 up to 2 places of decimal is 87.76. And as our last step, ignore all the digits after the underlying digit. Second problem, 79.997. Round to the nearest 2 places of decimals, which means that 2 places of decimal is, yes, round to the nearest 100th place. So here, which number is in the 100th place? It is 9. So as our first step, underline the digit 9. Okay. That is rounding 79.997 up to 2 places of decimal means round to the nearest 100th place. First, as our first step, underlining the digit in the 100th place of the decimal number 79.997. Here, as our next step, what we have to do? Yes, we have to look at the digit to the right of the underlying digit. Here, the right digit after the underlying digit is 7. Here, in the third step, we have to see whether it is less than 5 or equal to 5 or greater than 5. Here it is 7, which is greater than 5. If it is greater than 5, we have to add 1 to the underlying digit. 1. So 9 plus 1 becomes 10. So 0. Again here it becomes 80. So again 79 plus 1 gives 80. Hence the rounded value of 79.997 up to 2 places of decimal is 80. Here we are adding 1 to the underlying digit. So 9 plus 1 becomes 10. So again here it is 9. So 9 plus 1 is 10. The 10, 0 remains here and 1 is added to the whole number 79. So 79 plus 1 is 80. Thus, the rounded value of 79.997 up to 2 places of decimal is 80.00. Fifth problem. Round the following decimal numbers up to 3 places of decimal. 3 places of decimal, which means that 1 place of decimal is round to the nearest 10th place. 2 places of decimal, which means that round to the nearest 100th place. Here, 3 places of decimal is given. It means that round to the nearest 1000th place. First problem, 1251.2345. So children, as a first step, underline the digit that is to be rounded. Here, 1000th place. Which is in the 1000th place? Yes, it is 4. So underline the digit 4. Rounding 1251.2345 up to 3 places of decimal means rounding to the nearest 1000th place. Underlining the digit in the 1000th place of the decimal number gives 1251.23. Underline the digit which is in the 1000th place, 5. Okay, so 4 is the digit which is in the 1000th place. And now, as our next step, look at the digit to the right of the underlined digit. So right, here it is 5. See whether it is the digit, right digit of the underlined digit is equal to 5 or less than 5 or greater than 5. Here it is equal to 5. So what we have to do? Yes, we have to add 1 to the underlined digit. So the rounded value of 1251.2345 2, 3, 4, 5 up to 3 places of decimal is 1251.235. So here we having decimal number. In the decimal part there are 3 digits. So up to 1000th place we rounded. 61.00230. So children, here rounded to the 3 decimal places, which means that round to the nearest 1000th place. So underline the digit 2. Rounding 61.00203 up to 3 places of decimal means rounding to the nearest 1000th place. Underlining the digit in the 1000th place of the decimal number. Here, which digit is in the 1000th place? It is 2. So underline the digit 2. And then look at the digit to the right of the underlined digit. Here it is 0, which is less than 5. So the underlined digit remains the same. Hence, the underlined digit remains the same. So, the rounded value of 61.00203 up to 3 places of decimal is 61.002. So, children, listen carefully. Here, it is asked to round off to the nearest 1000th place. So, in the solution, in the answer, the decimal part should be up to 1000th place. Addition and subtraction of decimals through models. Decimal grid or area models can be used to understand the process of addition and subtraction using decimal numbers. Children, to add or subtract the decimals, we are using 3 types of models. They are grid model, area model, and place value grid model. Now let us see one by one. Grid model. We see below the grids to represent the decimal numbers 1.0, 0.1 and 0.01. Here, this grid model represents one whole. 10 by 10. Grid represents 1 or 1.0. And here, each column represents 1/10 or 0.1. 1/10, which means that 1 by 10. 1 by 10, the value of 1 by 10 is 0.1. And here, this grid, the complete grid is divided into 100 equal squares, isn't it? Here, each square represents 1/100 or 0.01. Example 1.5. Find the sum of 0.16 and 0.77 using decimal grid models. So here we are going to add these 2 decimal numbers by using decimal grid models. So grid model, which means that we need to put the square, yes, square grid models. And here we know that this complete square is divided into 100 equal squares and each square represents 1/100 or 0.01. So now we know that 0.16 can also be written in fraction as 16 by 100. So children, we know that if 2 zeros are in denominator, we can put the decimal point before 2 digits, isn't it? And here 0.77, which means that 77 by 100. So here, if there are 2 zeros in the denominator, we can put the decimal point before 2 digits, isn't it? So we are writing the decimal numbers in the form of fraction. And here we know that 77 out of 100. Now children, let us represent 77 by 100. That is, in total there are 100 equal squares are there. So that here 77 out of 100, 77 are shaded in green color. So let us shade in green color. Here each column represents 10. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Here, let us first shade 77 in green color. So 1. So 1 column represents 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 columns represents 70. 70 out of 100, isn't it? And balance 7 is there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then 16 out of 100. So let us shade 16 out of 100. 16 parts in blue in color. So 1 column represents 10. Remaining 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So totally we have, when we add 16 by 100 and 77 by 100, we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9, which means that 90. 90. And here 1, 2, 3. So 93 out of 100. So 93 out of 100 can also be written in the decimal form as 0.93. Sum of 0.16 and 0.77 is, by using great models, we can easily say that 0.93, 0.93 model. Here comes the whole part, okay? The whole number, unit place, which is a part of decimals, represents a square area, and 1 by 10th part of this square area, which is a thin rectangular stripe, represents the 10th place of the decimal 0.1, and 1 by 100th part of this rectangular stripe represents the 100th place value 0.01, and the same process will be continued for the next place and so on. So children, for whole number, we are going to represent it as square area, and 1 by 10th part, which can be represented as a thin rectangular stripe, and 1 by 100th part can be represented as a rectangular stripe. Example 1.8. Add 3.2 plus 6.4. Children, here see the whole part is given. 3 and 6 are in the whole part. So children, the whole part which represents in the square area, complete area, and 1 by 10th part. Here 2 and 4 are the digits which are in the 10th part of the decimal numbers. So it represents as a thin rectangular stripes. So here for 3.2 we can represent it as in the area model 3, 1, 2, 3 square area. And here 0.2, for 0.2 we have to put thin rectangular stripes, 2 thin rectangular stripes. And here 6.4, so 6 which is in the whole part and whole number unit place, which is a part of a decimal, represents a square area. So here we need to put 6 squares, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 0.4. 4 is in the 10th part, 10th place of a decimal number, and here it represents in the area model as a thin rectangular stripes. Here totally 4 thin rectangular stripes have to be drawn. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we are going to add these two values, these two area models, and get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So totally there are 9 square areas. And what about the thin rectangular stripes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there are 6 thin rectangular stripes. So we can write the decimal number as 9, which is in the whole part, and in the 10th place 6 thin rectangular stripes are there. So 6, number 6 we have to write in the 10th place of a decimal number. So 9.6 is the required sum of the given two decimal numbers 3.2 and 6.4. Here 3.2 is represented in blue color and 6.4 is represented in green color. Hence the sum of 3.2 and 6.4 is 9.6. Example 1.9. Subtract 7.5 minus 3.4. So now we are going to subtract 3.4 from 7.5. So children, here for the subtraction problem, here we have to draw area model for the first decimal number. Okay, so that is 7.5. Here 7.5, we can write 7, which is the whole part, which represents a square area, complete squares 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And 0.5 represents a thin rectangular stripes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there are 5 thin rectangular stripes we have to draw to represent 0.5, that is, which is the digit in the 10th place of a decimal number. Here we are going to subtract 3.4 from this number 7.5. Let's subtract the decimal parts. So we are going to subtract 4 from 5. So from 5 thin rectangular stripes, we are going to cancel 4. So we are going to subtract. So cross the 4 thin rectangular stripes. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So remaining is 1. And now we are going to subtract the whole part. That is 3 from 7. So we need to cross 3 boxes. Okay, 1, 2, 3. So the remaining is 1, 2, 3, 4. So what will be our required value? By seeing the area model, we can say that 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4, which is in the whole part. 4 point. In the decimal part, there is only one thin rectangular stripe. So 1. Put 1 in the 10th place of a decimal part. So children, our required value, the difference between the decimal numbers 7.5 and 3.4 is 4.1. Now place value grid models. So this is the third model, grid model, that is place value grid model. So we know that how to represent the decimal numbers. That is, here is a dot represents decimal point, and the part before the decimal point is known as whole part or integral part, and after the decimal point the part is said to be decimal part or fractional part. So here in the whole part or integral part, the first digit starts from ones and then tens, hundreds, thousands and so on. And here in the decimal part, the first digit starts from tens, and then hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, and so on. Each place is 10 times larger than the place to its right. Now children, here we are going to add these two numbers by using place value grid model. So here, first put the tabular column. So table for the given decimal value, place value chart. Okay, 4.38. So 4 in the whole part, there is only one digit. So it is the ones. Here it is ones. So there is only one column in the whole part. So write down the first column ones, and then there will be a decimal point, and then in the decimal part there are two digits, tenths, hundreds. So in the second and third column write down tens, hundreds. 4.38, 438, and 1.67 can be written in the place value chart as 167. Now we have to add these two numbers from 100 to ones. So from decimal part to whole part we are going to add. So to add or subtract the decimal numbers in the place value chart from right to left, from decimal part to whole part, we have to do the calculations. So 8 plus 7, which is 15, put 5 and here put 1. So 1 plus 3 is 4, 4 plus 6 is 10. So put 0 and put here 1. So 1 plus 4 is 5, 5 plus 1 is 6. So we know that there will be a decimal point between 6 and 0. Thus the required sum of the given two decimal numbers 4.38 and 1.67 is 6.05. Note, here we having important note. Adding zeros at the right end of the decimal digits will not change the value of the number. We can equalize the decimal digits of given numbers by adding 0 at the right end of a decimal number that has only one decimal digit. Zeros are added at the right end of the decimal digits of a decimal number that are to be added or subtracted. Children, do you know? We use decimals every day while dealing with money, weight, length, etc. Decimal numbers are used in situations where more accuracy is required. Now children, we are going to see exercise 1.2 problem. See the problem. Second problem, add the following by using place value grid. Children, here we are going to add these two decimal numbers by using place value grid. So we know that how to write down, how to fill the place value grid. So children, here put the table. So table according to the given decimal numbers. So here first, in the first column, write down decimal number, and then here ones, tens. So up to tens, okay, tens place is given. So write down tens. So from left to right, okay, from left to right we have to fill, and then ones, and decimal point will be here, and 8 which is in the 10th place, and after 8, so here in the second decimal number, here it is 3 which is in the 100th place. So write down the column, add the column 100th column. Okay, now write down decimal numbers. Now children, first decimal number is 25.8, and in the tens place 2 is there, and 5 which is in the ones place, and in the 10th place 8 is there. So here there is no digit in the 100th place, so we can put 0. And the second decimal number is 18.53, and fill here 1853. Now adding these two numbers. So first we have to add the 100th place. So 3, and 8 plus 5 is 13. So put 3 and here 1. And 1 plus 5 is 6. 6 plus 8 is 14. 4, put 4 here, and 1 will be carry on to the next digit. So 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 1 is 4. So we know that between 1's place and 10th place there will be a decimal point. Therefore, we get 25.8 plus 18.53. When we add these two decimal numbers, we get 44.33. Find the value of 0.46 minus 0.13 by grid model. So children, grid model, which means that the number of squares. Here 4, 6, tenths, hundreds. So hundreds place. Until 100 we need the grid model. Thus we have to divide the square area into 100 equal parts. 100 equal squares. Now we can easily write the decimals into a fraction. That is 0.46 is equal to 46 by 100. 0.13 can be written as 13 by 100. Here what it represents: 46 out of 100, 13 out of 100. Now first let us shade the fraction 46 out of 100. So here we shaded 46 squares out of 100 squares, and from this we are going to subtract 13 out of 100, which means that 13 squares we have to cross. In the first column there are 10 squares, and each column is of 10 squares. Okay, so let us cross completely. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10, and 3 more. 1, 2, 3. Now children, 0.46 minus 0.13 gives the remaining shaded squares. How many number of shaded portions are remaining? We have to count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 plus 10, 23. 23 plus 10, 33. So the answer is 0.33. 33 out of 100 can be written as 0.33. Shading the region 0.46 and then crossing out 0.13 from the shaded area, the left out shaded region without cross marks is the difference. So 0.46 minus 0.13 gives 0.33, which is our required value. Children, do the following activity.